We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Young Kweku has it all teed up. And off we go from Dallas. Returnable from the 1. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Kill!
Now a give running right. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Lewis Seen. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick 6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. We've got a screen to the running back. By a man, and now he's in the clear. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, 47. Here we go. 26.
1st down, here's Dak. Completed to his running back. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
26.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Hits his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Yeah!
They bring their tight end left.
26. 26.
Another throw for Prescott. Ferguson's got it. Complete. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Check, stop pass. Check, stop pass. Drop roll lead. Hey, check that. Street.
Staying with Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
He breaks the tackle, and he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Motioning him from the slot right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Penix on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Let's go. Go.
Trying for it with Penix. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Dak off the play fake. Complete out to the right. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Here's 2nd and 2. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Bails out of the pocket quick. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Dallas.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he's down all the way to the 30. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Yeah, here we go. Wait a second.
They give it to him again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, check. Here we go, 47. 26.
Dak out of the pistol. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll run. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Yeah! Here we go! Right, check! Hey, kill! 47!
Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1.
Yeah! 26!
They'll try and punch it in. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So the holding backs him up. They'll try to get that back and then some on 2nd and goal. Now Dak to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys. With 7 to go here on 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. All right, kill. Wait, take.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown, Dallas. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Can't get it to him, incomplete. Almost a completion to the wrong team there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
60 bucks. Let's go now. 18, right here. Hey.
From the shotgun, Penix. He put everything he had into this one. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, 40's good. Wait, take.
Back to throw. Here's Dak. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send wk5 after the field goal. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
There you go. 26.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We're going to 54. Wide. 26.
Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set.
They go play action. Here's Penix. He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Play stopped by Damone Clark.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd down, it's Penix. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he crosses midfield before going out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Penix here from the gun. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
He's on the move. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Penix on first down. Brought in right side. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead.
31, Cowboys 14. Young Wei Koo.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
First down, here's Dak. Dumps it off to his running back. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Everyone's prepped, it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Then we're going to 53. 26.
Prescott here from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game.
Cowboys 14. Young Wei Koo, the kickoff for Atlanta.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right check! Here we're going to 54. One. Here we go, 47. 26.
Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Play made there by Clark Phillips.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Tight end going in motion here.
26.
Here's 2nd and 7. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, kill. 26.
Dak now from the gun. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. 26.
Another throw for Prescott. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 26.
From the gun is Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Most slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Cowboys 1st down.
Yeah!
1st and 10 at the 40.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Everyone, kill! Yeah, here we go! Here we go, 47! What do you think?
From the 34, it's caught, Ferguson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Broke through the tackle. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, Falcons.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! What do you think?
From the 23. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Yeah, here we go! What do you think?
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
What do you think?
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Yeah, here we go!
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Falcons cover up the kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Brushes him off with ease. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Another carry for Robinson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. This one goes for 3 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Robinson on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. They motion a receiver left. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Man in motion here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. The kick by Lutz is good, and make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Dak off the play fake. He rolls to his right. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Dak. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Yeah!
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hey, kill.
Dak throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Yeah,
1st and 10, Prescott. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
2nd down, here's Prescott again. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Falcons are gonna have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game, yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Trying for it with Penix. Escapes the pocket. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road.